Now at 5, it's time for our Toy Box Tuesday telethon. Have your phone and credit card ready so you can donate. Plus, Baxter Springs Police released the names of the victims in yesterday's shooting. And
a dispute over the Biden administration's immigration policy reaches the Supreme Court. I'm Cristian Benavides with the case challenging the enforcement of who is and isn't deported.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
It's Toy Box Tuesday. This is a live look at our phone bank where Toy Box sponsors from Miss Daisy's Home and Decor are ready to take your calls. You just phone in a monetary pledge in any amount, and 100% of that money will go toward the purchase of new toys for area children in need this Christmas season. The number to call is 1-888-620-4TOY. Call right now. We're going to tell you more about the Toy Box Project in a bit. First, a look at some of the day's top news stories. Authorities in Baxter Springs, Kansas released the names of yesterday's homicide victims. Baxter Springs police say 47-year-old Jeremy Murphy from Anderson, Missouri, and 59-year-old Craig Gwynn of Pineville were both shot and killed at a home on the 2400 block of Lincoln. 27-year-old Seth Gwynn was also shot and was last reported to be in critical condition. Authorities have arrested 41-year-old Kyle Butts from Independence, Missouri. He's in the Cherokee County Jail pending formal charges. Let's check in with Doug Hetty for a first look at the weather.
Well, definitely turned out to be a mild, windy day, and then a strong cold front rolled through over the past couple hours, and our temperatures really took a dip. If you haven't been outside, we're mainly into the 30s and 40s now. 37 in Nevada, it's still 49 in Anderson, 42 in Miami, 38 in Parsons. Will continue to drop as we go through the overnight hours. Also super windy. We still have the northwesterly winds at about 15 to 25 across the region, which is going to continue through the evening hours. So this gives us wind chill factors. It makes it feel like it's in the 20s on the Kansas side. So our temperatures will continue to drop. So will our wind chill factor through tonight. You can see a few clouds rotating in, a couple little snow showers out across central Kansas. We are going to stay mainly dry, but look at our temperatures going down all the way down to 24. So I guess the question is, when are we going to warm back up? We'll look at that here in a bit.
We want to give a shout out to the volunteers from Miss Daisy's Home and Decor who are manning our phones today for our Toy Box Tuesday telethon. KOAM's Jalen Banks is with them and has more on their support. Jalen.
That's right, Dow, and yes, the phones are. That's right, Dow, and yes, the phones are ringing. Miss Daisy's Home and Decor has partnered with KOAM for our Toy Box campaign and helping with bringing Christmas toys and presents to kids in the area. This is Miss Daisy's second year doing Toy Box, and they're looking forward to giving back to the community, and that's also helped them.
It's exciting. Exciting that others want to give back to our community and allow us to use their money and go shopping and choose them, be mindful of spending their money to get gifts for children.
They'll be manning these phones through the end of this newscast, and then again during our 6 o'clock news. Okay. And if you're wondering what happens next, after you donate, we go shopping just for you. Earlier this month, our friends from Equity Bank joined us on a shopping spree at the Pittsburgh Walmart. They helped us pick out gifts for kids of all ages. And from the looks of it, they had a little fun while doing their shopping.
Because we employees enjoy it so much that we get to help so many different families involved in on it, and we just love being in our community, and that's just a little spot that we can help out.
Equity Bank will be manning the phones during next week's Toy Box Tuesday telethon. The Cherokee County Sheriff's Office is partnering with KOAM's Toy Box as well. The police department is excited to help with the community and the underprivileged children in a law enforcement way.
Our role is not always about enforcing the law, but it's always about helping people. And this is a way for us to help families in a non-law enforcement type of way, and especially some of those families that we've worked with throughout the years, regardless of what their particular situation might be.
All the donations go to the children in the 4 states area, and the donations go specifically towards the county that you donated in. And
Jalen
again, you
Banks,
can donate by
can call
calling
right now, 1-888-620-4TOY. Go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Jalen will check back with you in a few. The fight over how to enforce the nation's immigration laws reached the Supreme Court today. Justices heard arguments over a blocked Biden administration policy that would prioritize deportations of people in the country illegally based on who poses the greatest public safety risk. Republican-led states had successfully obtained an order to limit that discretion. Christian Benavides reports.
The immigration debate made it to the High Court Tuesday at issue whether the Biden administration can set priorities for immigration enforcement and whether states can legally challenge them.
The states lack standing. They argue states can challenge any federal policy that imposes even $1 of indirect harms on their own taxing or spending. That theory has no limiting principle.
A 2021 Homeland Security Department directive paused deportations unless individuals committed acts of terrorism or other threats to public safety. Texas and Louisiana sued the federal government and won a nationwide district order from a Trump-appointed judge to limit immigration officers' discretion over deportations. Tuesday, the states argued they are well within their rights.
As this court has recognized before, the states bear many of the consequences of federal immigration decisions. Those consequences fit comfortably in this court's traditional Article III standing framework.
Justice Elena Kagan warned of a possible legal trend unfolding.
Immigration policy is supposed to be the zenith of federal power, and it's supposed to be the zenith of executive power. And instead, we're creating a system where a combination of states and courts can bring immigration policy to a dead halt.
The immigration issue has long been a matter of resources. There are roughly 11 million people in the U.S. illegally, and DHS has about 6,000 interior enforcement officers.
Administrations since 1976, both Republican and Democratic administrations, have said that this is a long-standing tradition, that given the limited resources, you must give discretion to law enforcement to decide how it's going to expend that.
Chief Justice Roberts and Associate Justice Brett Kavanaugh acknowledged the key argument from the government that Congress has not provided the necessary funding to try to remove every non-citizen. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
Coming up in Health Watch, giving the gift of life.
Saving lives on this Giving Tuesday. I'm Nichelle Medina with a California woman who has given the gift of life not once, but twice.
And later, President Biden weighs in on the possibility of a railroad worker strike. In the meantime, our phone bank remains open. This is a look live. You can call right now to make your pledge to the Toy Box Project.
A quick reminder, we're taking your calls right now for our Toy Box Tuesday telethon. Call 1-888-620-4TOY, and you can go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com and click the banner at the top of the screen just to donate. Make whatever monetary pledge you choose. That money will go to buy toys for area kids this Christmas season.
All right, Jalen Banks, thanks. Topping today's Health Watch, a local mother in Joplin is helping other families by donating her extra breast milk. What started as stocking up for her son Atlas became an abundance of milk. Paige Carnes wanted to help other mothers who might not have the supply they need.
It's made me feel really great, actually, and hopefully my supply continues the way it has, and I'll be able to do this for a while. And I hope that, until he turns a year old, when I had planned to stop, that I'll be able to give a lot of it away too.
You can find more information about Paige and Atlas on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Tens of thousands of people are on the waiting list for a life-saving organ transplant. On this Giving Tuesday, as it's called, reporter Nichelle Medina has the story of a California woman who's changed the lives of two men by giving them both the gift of life.
This is Den. He owns part of my liver now.
Andrea Yoakum cherishes this book, a gift from a man who was a stranger to her until she saved his life by becoming a living organ donor.
It's the most amazing thing that you can honestly choose to do.
And it's not the first time she's given this life-saving gift. The 54-year-old mother of 4 donated her kidney to another stranger, Texas pastor Yuri Carolero, in 2018.
It's a powerful thing to be able to have an impact on someone's life.
Just 133 living donors in the United States have given 2 organs to different recipients. Yoakum learned she could donate part of her liver while recovering from her first surgery.
I was insistent that I find out who I can help.
She went on Facebook to offer a portion of her liver, and a year later, Vietnam veteran Dennis Arnfelt of Iowa received his gift of life.
A single donor can save up to 8 lives.
The United Network for Organ Sharing, or UNOS, refers to Giving Tuesday as Life Giving Tuesday. More than 100,000 people are currently waiting for an organ in the U.S.
It's an opportunity for us to always be grateful for the many people that have made the decision to become a donor and to encourage people who have not yet made that decision to sign up.
Yoakum remains close with her recipients. She wears this necklace as an infinite reminder that her gift keeps on giving.
And he'll always be a part of me, and his family will be, just as I'm a part of him.
Forever connected and grateful. Nichelle Medina, CBS News, Santa Clarita, California.
Andrea hopes her story inspires others to become living organ donors. If you'd like more information on organ donation, head over to the website registerme.org. You can even sign up from there if you'd like to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, executives from 2 of America's largest supermarket chains testified before Congress about a proposed merger.
Plus, it's turning much colder outside. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it actually turned out to be a real mild, windy day for us today, and then a very strong cold front has rolled through over the past couple hours, really dropping our temperatures off quickly across the region. Also a few clouds, which you can see on our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Look at our temps. We have really dropped over the past couple hours. We're down into the 30s, Yates Center 34, 35 in Iola, and then you hit the 40s, still 50 in Cassville, but these temperatures will continue to tumble as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. Currently outside, we're sitting at 41 west, northwesterly winds at about 23. Humidity is at 73%. And we aren't alone here. Look at this. We got 20s, northern plains, and look at this contrast right across southern Missouri. So this is firing off quite a bit of severe weather once you get down into parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. Also, it's been super windy. We've had these northwesterly winds kind of kicking in all day long, and then gusts on top of that, 40 to 50 miles per hour. They have backed down just a bit. Winds are gusting kind of in that 25, 30, 35 mile per hour range, but it also gives us a wind chill. Feels like 26 in Yates Center, 27 in Fort Scott. So as the temperatures dip tonight, so do the wind chills as well. We'll drop back through the 30s, but look at this, all the way down to 24 a little bit later on tonight. We do have a few clouds which are pressing through. It's not a big deal. In general, we look okay. We're going to get some clouds that rotate through, but that's about it. Look at all the severe weather ongoing, Mississippi, back through parts of Louisiana, and then you jump on the other side and you got all this snow up across the northern parts of the plains. And if we go west, here's our next storm system that will start to affect us by the time we head into Friday and then kind of lasting into the weekend. Let's go through time. We'll stop at midnight, clearing out, most of us, about 30. By morning, clear skies. We drop all the way back, low to mid 20s, so it's going to be a cold start. As we go through the morning hours, we just don't warm up much, upper 30s to near 40. And then once we get into the afternoon, we kind of hang into lower 40s for afternoon highs. Here's your day planner: 25 at 7, 39 by noon, 42 by 5. At least not as windy. Northerly winds at about 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, clouds start to increase. We're going to stay dry, but we get partly cloudy skies by Thursday. We get southerly winds back, and that helps top our temperatures out right around 50 for afternoon highs. So at least we're going in the right direction. All right, winds diminish tonight. and they're pretty calm for us on Wednesday, but then here they come again on Thursday. We'll have southerly winds, and that's going to help our temperatures warm up, but it's also going to make it very windy out there. And then as we look into Friday, we get a weak system that passes by that could give us a few random showers. Besides that, we're pretty calm for the rest of the week. 43 tomorrow, 52 on Thursday, 61 on Friday, a few random showers. Another strong cold front would cool down Saturday, high of only 45, and then rain chances Sunday and Monday, warming back up and then going back down again for the middle of next week. So the roller coaster ride will continue.
You know, during that weather forecast, we could see our phone bank live. Some people were taking calls, but not everybody.
It's true.
And there's we want them to stay busy, so this is a good time for people to call right now. Coming up, we are going to check back in on our Toy Box Tuesday telethon. Make your call now. First, though, we honor a local veteran. Gilbert Barnes served in the U.S. Navy from 1963 to 1968. The Joplin native was stationed in Vietnam, and we salute Bosun's Mate Second Class Gilbert Barnes, a four-state hero.
For our Toy Box Tuesday telethon, and thank you guys so much for all of you that have donated so far. Again, that number to donate is 888-620-4TOY, and you can go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com and click the banner at the top. Make whatever monetary pledge you choose, and we appreciate any and everything because it's going to make a difference. But we want to thank some of our viewers that have donated. Dennis Manley from Carthage, who donated $100. Ron and Karen Clemens from Carl Junction, who also donated $100. And Jeannie, all the way from Pineville, who donated $100 as well. And again, donate whatever you feel, whatever comes from your heart. It's greatly appreciated. It's going to make a difference and make a kid smile come Christmas.
I see some of those operators are busy. We need to get them all busy. They need to call now before the end of this newscast. Jalen Banks, thanks. Topping today's Consumer Watch, President Biden is asking Congress to intervene to prevent a strike from rail workers. The White House led negotiations between the rail companies and the unions on a new contract, but 4 of the 12 railroad unions have since voted it down. A potential railroad strike set for early December could have a Grinch-like impact on the holiday season. The proposed Railway Labor Act would give Congress the right to push back the strike deadline, extend the negotiating period, force the two sides to use an arbitrator, or enact legislation to adopt an agreement. The proposed merger by the country's 2 largest grocery store chains has gotten the attention of lawmakers. Today, the CEOs of Cincinnati-based Kroger and Boise, Idaho-based Albertsons testified on Capitol Hill about their nearly $15 billion deal. Kroger owns 2,700 stores in 35 states. Albertsons has 2,200 stores in 34 states. Some lawmakers are concerned that merger could hurt competition. Consumer confidence in the nation's economy has dipped this month. The Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index dropped 2 points in November when compared to the month before. Economists were already expecting to measure it at around 100. It's now at 100.2. The index is at its lowest level since July, when gas prices spiked and inflation worsened. Final check of the forecast next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, how a university marching band is making history at the Grammys. Then on KOAM News at 6, we're going to continue our Toy Box Tuesday telethon, giving you more time to make sure all kids in the area have a Merry Christmas. Plus, more on a Joplin woman trying to connect with mothers to share her abundance of breast milk. Stay with us, CBS Evening News, and then KOAM News at 6. We want to once again thank Miss Daisy's Home and Decor for helping us man our telephone lines on this Toy Box Tuesday. Every phone call we get will make a difference for a 4-state child this Christmas. You can call again right now and you can get another chance again during our 6 o'clock news. Right now, let's check in with Doug for a final look at the weather.
Well, it's definitely quite a bit colder out there, and it's going to stay cold as we go through the overnight hours. We're going to drop back into the mid-20s for overnight lows, and then kind of a bit cooler for us tomorrow. Highs only in the lower 40s.
That's too chilly. Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 6 as we continue our Toy Box Tuesday telethon. See you then. Let's make it a great evening.